LeBron. LeBron got swept. Um,
It shouldn't be like a thing, but of course it is. I get why it is, but it's like, y'all, the same reason why this is a thing is the reason why he's the best. But I'm like,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
I don't feel like, I don't argue about it no more. Whatever. You say Jordan the best, Jordan's the best. If I think what I think, it's okay. We don't have to argue. We're never gonna come to an agreement. There's data.
yeah.
I understand what we all saw with Jordan. I understand. I caught the back half of it. I get it. It's amazing. He's like solid.
He has cool
Love, love,
shoes.
love, love, love. Best shoes. Business empire. Amazing tequila. And when I smoke cigars, I'm thinking about myself as Jordan. He is, a pop icon. Yeah, all those things are true. Um, I believe that LeBron James, based on his skill set and his numbers and his accomplishments, though he has not accomplished 6 rings without a loss or 6 rings, period, I think for all other reasons, he's probably better than Michael Jordan. But he got swept. And the thing, I'm like, somebody was like, oh, Mike had to go up against the Celtics, and he got swept. What are we talking about? He didn't make it to the playoffs this last couple of years in the NBA. What are we talking about?
Ironically enough, and I don't really get into the debate as far as like these guys are connected, but there was something I thought about the other day, and maybe this will bring up something very, you know, pressing for you to think about. So Mike split his championships, right? He left
Mm-hmm.
in '93, came back, and then won three more. But I think we could all probably agree that he probably wouldn't have won the chip the next few years. So the first thing I thought about was if he had played in those 2 seasons he was out, and I don't think he would have won those next 2 years.
The back seasons or the middle ones?
The middle one. So like he wins three, then he retires,
Right.
plays baseball, then he comes back and then wins three more. He loses in that '95 playoff to Orlando, but then his next three full seasons he won
Yeah.
championships. So I'm thinking, all right, so Mike was out for 2 years or one and a half, whatever the case may be. Um, he probably wouldn't have won those championships. So I'm guessing if he wins the three, he doesn't win the next two because it would have been ridiculous to win five in a row. Does he even get those next set? Like, does he get those three? Because things may change.
Does he get
Maybe he
in
gets
the
something.
Does he get in the finals? And it's like,
Yeah,
what do
it's
we?
hard to say. And so then, how do we litigate that? Like, in the fact that, like, I get it, it's such a ridiculous feat to win six in a row, six full seasons that you played in a Bulls uniform. You won championships, but like you did get kind of benefit from being out for 2 years and like getting to do other things and like let your body rest and whatever the case may be. But like even then, it's like they don't. That's not usually looked at as like a negative thing.
That
Like
he
we
had to
just
take two
pretend like
years off. We just ignore it,
yeah,
blur that
it's
out.
like and so I don't necessarily think that will take away from his greatness per se. But I would say like all right, like I think there is something to be said to play 20 consecutive seasons versus like because I think if LeBron had a break for 2 years, he probably could come back at 40 playing like he played
and
at 35 or
and that's the thing. We know Jordan had 2 stints where he retired and came back. When he came back with the Wizards, he was still averaging like 20, but it was that same ineffective as we saw happen to LeBron when he first got to the Lakers and got injured, and then most recently the year before this year when he was on the Lakers, and it was just like they couldn't make the playoffs. And they were struggling to make the playoffs this year before they made all those trades at the trade deadline. But it's like, yo, this isn't like a. How many years? Why did LeBron have the squad that he had when he got over there? It's because they were sticking up the joint with Kobe's last few years. Like, what are we talking about? So this guy's playing well into his 30. He's almost 40. He's played consecutively. There's no other superstar that's maintained this level of play other than maybe what Kareem, and even then, by the time Kareem was this age, he was on a team full of future Hall of Famers. So,
Magic and with Worthy and yeah. So he
like,
could really be the second or third option at that point.
so what Kyrie, I guess, was supposed to be to LeBron in Cleveland, that didn't check out. What AD was supposed to be over here in LA, that didn't check out. Nobody's taking the mantle in the same way how the Lakers drafted a Magic Johnson and he turned out to be better than their expectations. Um, you know, and it's not to shoot no bell because he doesn't need it. His career is good enough on its face. There's no really need to do any of the acrobatics to make it make sense. If you just look at the man's stats, he's the number one all-time scoring leader in the NBA. All-time scoring leader. It's not a longevity stat because he's put up 25 points the whole time. So it's not just because he's just still in there and he's scoring his 10 a game now and it's like no, he's still doing the same shit he was doing 10 years ago. Now, on top of all the other stats that he's still averaging 8 assists. He's still like his average is his average at almost 40 years old. So it's like,
It
come on,
does.
y'all.
It does. It is sad to look at him like knowing that he can't do it every night, and I think it is the foot thing. He was supposed to have surgery. I'm pretty sure he's probably going to get surgery. It
He's on the
does.
table
It
now.
does. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's getting right. Hopefully he can come back fresh, but it's just hard to expect that. And it's sad. Carmelo just retired, and my favorite D Wade has been gone. So now, like, we're literally the clock is
Oh yeah,
starting on LeBron leaving, and that's
yep.
gonna hurt. That's
That's the
gonna be
thing.
something
The entire time I
sad.
watched the NBA has been his career. Um, Like I that's so however people felt when Kobe retired, I was excited to watch, Snoop in the stands and Kanye with I feel like Kobe T on and everything and how big of a moment that was. And even D Wade's last hurrah and his farewell tour, and jumping on the thing for the last
Yeah,
time. It's just
I was
like
crying like a baby.
yeah, man. So these moments they definitely have like some sort of cultural significance, man. It's been amazing to watch. Hopefully, it can't go forever, so hopefully it goes a couple more years and we get to see him play with his son. What I'm saying? Hopefully his son don't stink up the joint. If he do, that's what 2K is for. So, you know, I'm good either
Yeah,
way. I already got my little man, I hope LeBron can do this. It's like, no, I already did it. If he wins or not, I already did it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
awesome, awesome. Yeah,
um
it'll be beautiful to